What Sekou Mballow has just done to this man is enormous, to say the least. For now, a lot of people have come out to condemn Sekou Mballow's tribal rhetoric, something that, like a poet once said, words that are delivered are usually unsaid because you cannot undo them. It's just like when you pour water on the ground, there's no way you can take it back. So this is what has really happened to Sekou Mballow, presidential advisor to Adama Barrow. Just imagine his remarks.
Ngulamu wondu do hande si pulla burani goddo burani pullo do dila ngulama ko woni gonga sabu se alali from minister, from the president, from the vice president, they go bibbe pullo ko woni gonga salary the secretary general of the civil service ko bibbe pullo salary secretary to cabinet ko bibbe pullo salary director of SIS in the Gambia ko bigga ful mi wawta dum do consider andranta hande kuy tannabe luwabe wawbe tanbe hande wiya ko dum wadete ga leydi do ko bigga ful so woni min mo andranta ko office of the president wonmi ko mi watta mo advice on political affairs of this country ko be bigga fullo ko honno wuloto
Adama Barrow. Just imagine his remarks. Well, in other words, it was meant to embolden the Fuller community, but the wrong Fuller community for that matter, because those Fullers are not native Gambians. They are not Gambians they are not actually Fullers who were born in the Gambia. They are migrant Fullers, mostly from West Africa, Guinea, Conakry, and Guinea-Bissau for that matter. So it's a rallying point which Sekou Mballow, as the politician, made best use of, but it was the energy that he put into it that actually went too far, and it has really cost him a lot. But more so, it's about this man. It's going to certainly cost him. The damage has already been created. Because look at it. Just imagine telling those foolers who are not native Gambian that this is our government. Don't worry. Emboldening them. And even naming the fact that the SIS Director General, that is Usman So, is a Fuller, and the Vice President is a Fuller. Well, naming Barrow also as a Fuller, which is controversial, because when Barrow emerged as a political force in 2016, the newspapers even cited the fact that he is a Mandinka. But that's not important. What is worrying nowadays is the way tribal rhetoric is tilting in the country. And the latest by Sekou Mballow is really unfortunate, to say the least. And as a Fuller myself, it's really shameful to see that someone is using my tribe to score some political points. And this brings to mind the remark or the reaction of the opposition leader, GDC opposition leader, who is himself a Fuller, Mama Kande, saying that actually the presidential advisor, that Sekou Mballow, did not mean what he said. It's like, in other words, he is not trying to curry favor from the Fullers just to help them. If he had really, or if the government was really keen on helping them, they could have helped them to be citizens first, because that's an issue that has been boiling for several years. Again, we've seen comments from social media. A lot of people also believe that this issue of tribalism started all the way back in during the Jawara days, that is Sadara Karaba Jawara in the 60s. People then accused the Jawara government of being a Mandenka government, and whether it was true is left for people to, the jury is out on this matter. It's controversial as it may be, but it is unfortunate that our country is tilting that way, and this is not good. We've seen in other countries how tribal rhetoric or tribal sentiments, what it has brought to those countries. So it's unfortunate that we don't want to go towards that direction. Um, then after Jawara, you have Yaya Jammeh when the AFP, the Armed Forces Provisional Ruling Council, toppled the military, toppled the Jawara government. Well, they talked about nepotism, they talked about issue of corruption, but Jammeh himself, who is a Jola, was accused of helping or trying to support the Jola ethnic group, putting them or giving them influential positions. True or not true, a lot of people saw the rise of certain surnames, such as the Baji brothers. At some point, they were all over the government positions. So after Jawara, or after Jammeh left, one was what if human beings were individuals who were actually, or politicians were individuals who were smart, they should have really learned lessons from their predecessors, so that when they come to power, they will not actually do the negative things that administration was fond of doing. Well, Barrow came, and then the Jallo dynasty continued. A lot of Fulas were given influential positions. So if that is a way of settling political scores, it's really bad, because no government will be here forever. As long as that government is there, those people will enjoy. But if another government comes out, those people are going to be replaced forthwith. And then the worst is for that government also not to say, okay, now let us do what that government was doing. It becomes 6 or 9, and it's really unfortunate, like we said, that our country is tilting towards that direction. So what, though Sekou Mballow has come out, well, in my interview with him, this is what he initially said.
What do you have to say to the critics or those who are telling you to apologize or to do this statement? What do you have to tell them?
Apologize. I don't want even to hear that apologize. Apologize for not insulting anybody, not criticizing any tribe. In fact, saying that we are all equal here, all tribes are equal here. Apologize for that. Does that make sense to you? What I am telling them is let them go and find something to do better for this country. Let them anybody contribute with a quota in this country to develop this country. Unite the people, unite the tribe.
But less than 24 hours, he came out to apologize, because the context of our interview was something that I wanted him to look at the country, as a whole, not to have a kind of myopic understanding of tribalism, or trying to galvanize people who need no galvanizing, because even if those people you are emboldening them, telling them this is our government, but they are not native government. There are certain privileges those people cannot enjoy because they are not native governments. Like Mama Kande said, what Sekou Mballow should have done is for the government to try to see how those Fulas who were born in the Gambia can be naturalized Gambians. So that is the way forward. We hope and pray that we continue to pray for the peace and political stability of the country, for the Gambia, our homeland. We strive and work and pray. My name is Adama Barrow. Do subscribe to our channel to get information or latest updates about issues happening back at home in the Gambia and around the world.